What's going on, guys? John with the ProCut, and most of y'all know that I've been flying the DJI Air 2S, but now I've upgraded. I've got the DJI Air 3, so let's get this box opened and see what's included with the Air 3 Fly More kit and RC2 controller, and then we'll get into some comparisons between the Air 3 and the Air 2S. So without further ado, let's get this box open. Of course, it's got cellophane over top of it. So we'll get that open with a little knife here. Cellophane to the side, and then it's got a little peel strip across the top. So peel that, and then she's ready to open. Got a little, I can't remember what them dumb things are called. Anyway, you scan it with your phone and it'll open you up and get you the DJI Fly app and video tutorials and user's manual. And the only thing in the box, no excessive packaging. You've just got your bag right in there. It's got a nice big shoulder strap. And then it's got a hook with a magnet that holds it closed. All right. There is a pouch in the back. Nothing in there though. No pouch in the front. You do have a pouch in the top. Let's see what we got in here. Got a silica gel pack, 2 silica gel packs, got a USB-C to USB-C cable, your quick start guide and your owner's manual there in paper. Got, looks like 2 or 3 sets of spare propellers. All right, we'll wait on that first. Okay, you've got your battery charging hub with 2 extra batteries in it because this is the Fly More kit. So we'll get this open. This new hub design, the batteries lock into place. You've got to push this button to release the batteries. It's got the USB-C plug-in right there and the power switch. Now, you've still got your buttons on the back of the batteries. And it looks like, let's see if you can push it when it's, looks like they all come stone dead. All right. Now with this new hub, I can't remember exactly the sequence you push this button. I think you push it and you hold it. And then if you've got the 3 batteries in here, it'll take power from the lowest charged battery and put it into the highest charged battery. So when you're out flying and you've already run all 3 batteries down, you know, a certain level, then you can take and put them back in your hub here and it'll charge one from the other. So you'll get, you know, more flight time out of one battery. And that's if you don't have an extra way to charge with you. All right, nothing else in the bag, but it is real nice. It's got like a kind of like either velour, kind of like a velour or a suede on the inside. Got a front pocket here for flat stuff as well. So that's a pretty nice bag that it comes with. Now it does not come with an extended reach cable and a charging brick. And I just learned about this last night. That's a little disappointing that they didn't include the actual way to charge these things. Like the Air 2S came with the charging block that plugs into the wall. And let's see, what's the I don't see the wattage on this, but it charged fairly decent. These new ones are supposed to charge a lot faster. I believe you could charge the batteries in either 60 or 80 minutes, if I remember correctly from what I've heard online. At any rate, let's go ahead and get the actual drone opened up out of the package here. Okay, so no blades on it to start, but you fold out your front legs first and then your back legs, which I want to say on the older drones you put the back legs out first. All right, and then your battery, you've got 2 clips on the side for when it goes in and out of the drone. The Air 3 has omnidirectional obstacle avoidance. So you have on the 4 corners, you've got a fisheye sensor. So this thing is got obstacle avoidance 360 degrees around. You've still got your 2 opticals on the bottom, as well as your auxiliary light for landing at night or searching around for different things at night. Now, one of the main things that this camera has that the Air 3 did not have, 2 cameras. You've got a 70mm telephoto and you've got a 24mm standard camera, and they both shoot in 4K, and you're got a little packaging there to keep this protected when it's in transit. Now, these are smaller sensors than the Air 2S. The Air 2S had a 1-inch Sony sensor, where these are 1/1/3 or something like that. Don't quote me on the exact specs, but they're smaller sensors, but there's 2 of them and they're stacked. And so if you're using one or the other camera, you can get 12 megapixel still shots, which is less than the 20 megapixel stills on the other one. But with this one, they've also got a 48 megapixel mode, which, you know, somehow works with the technical stuff of that stacked sensor, and it's able to get more megapixels out of that picture. So that's kind of cool. And this unit is quite a bit bigger than the Air 2S, and like I said, we will get into the comparisons more. Now, the main reason I decided to upgrade, I got a new phone case, and so my phone no longer fit in the old controller. So I was going to buy a new controller, a smart controller for my Air 2S, but they were, $309 for the DJI RC, which is not bad, but I decided, if I'm going to spend $300, then I may as well just upgrade, spend a little bit more money, and then I could sell the Air 2S to kind of recoup the costs. So this new one comes with the RC2 if you choose that package. It's got the built-in screen on board. It's also got a couple more function buttons on the back here than the old one did. So I'm pretty excited to use this. Looks like this has 2 bars on the battery, so it's not completely dead like the ones in the bird themselves. So I'm going to need to get these charged up before I could show you some other stuff. But you've got a USB port right on the back of the bird, and your SIM card goes right into the back of the bird as well. So that's a little bit more convenient than the one that was on the side, in my opinion. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I got to charge this stuff up. So before we can go over anything else with that. Let's do some side-by-side comparison action here of the two quads. So I'll get the Air 2S out of its bag. Or no, you did. The Air 2S was the same as far as you pull the front legs out first, then the back. All right. So you can see the size difference. They're about the same length, front and back, and about the same width as far as the actual body. But your propellers have a wider reach, front and back. So it's quite a bit bigger, and the body is taller than the Air 2S. It's a little bit heavier now. It's like 200 and some odd grams heavier than the Air 2S. But you see the Air 2S had the 2 sensors in the front, or 4 total, and then 2 in the back. So they had 6 sensors, whereas this has 4 sensors. But these ones weren't the fisheyes. So this only had obstacle avoidance front and top and straight off the back. So that's a big upgrade with the 3, getting the 360 obstacle avoidance. You don't have to worry about crashing at all. Now, I was fortunate enough in all my flights with my Air 2S, I never crashed it. Thankfully, one time I almost crashed it. I was flying sideways, but Tom Pepin TV was with me, saw that I was getting close to the trees because I was watching the subject I was tracking, and he said, "Whoa, man, stop. You're about to hit them trees." And I stopped just in time so I didn't get into the trees and cause an accident or anything. So I will have this one for sale, and I'm going to do a separate video on that where I tell you everything that I have that's going to be included with it and put that thing up for sale. So there are some of the differences, and once I get these charged up, we'll come back and I'll show you this thing ready to go. Before we leave this video, we can go ahead and get a set of propellers on. These are all individually. All right, so there are 2 different propellers, just like any other quad. You've got, 2 of the corners. Okay, so it comes with 3 complete sets of props. So you'll have 1 set, your main set, and then 2 sets of spares. Now, you'll notice there's a little gray circle on the top of some of the props, and then the top of the other props is just black here at the hinge. And on your motors, your right front and left rear have a gray circle on them. So that's how you know which props go on which. And then with these new ones, I believe you can't. I think it physically won't let you. Yeah. It physically will not let you put the wrong prop on the wrong side on this bird. He's got these 3 little feet that lock into place, and they keep you from putting it on the wrong side. So that's pretty cool. And they just pop in and twist. Same on this side. You line up your little legs, you pop it, you push it down, it's spring loaded, push it down and twist it a partial turn, and they lock into place. Same with the other side. Black on top, no extra gray marking, black on top of the motors. So then you put those in, and those twist the opposite direction. And let's see this. Let's look at these real quick. On your Air 2S compared to your Air 3, your props are 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch longer on each tip. So overall, you got about 1.5 inches more propeller than. Well, actually, let me get this thing folded all the way out. yeah, you got about 1.5 inches more, at least, maybe more, bigger propeller. So you've got a little bit more airspeed with the 3 than you do the 2S. I think the 2S ran like 42, something like that, and the new machine is supposed to run like 47. But of course, I'll have to test that and see what kind of speed we really get out of this stuff. So you've got the, like I said, 2 extra sets of props, and once I get this charged, I'll be back up and running, which, you know, is going to take me longer than what it takes for you guys because movie magic here on YouTube. But at any rate, take this time to give me a thumbs up and a comment down below. What quad are you flying at the moment? And I'll see you here back in a second or so.